So if you have a chronic condition that you're struggling with, then you want to pay attention today. So today's topic is restorative longevity, the perfect solution for chronic conditions. I'm going to share with you the one way to find the perfect solution for you. Now, the perfect solution for you may be perfect for you, but may not be perfect for someone else. And that's why I'm going to help you discern that, distinguish. How do you find that? Because there's so much information out there, right? There's so much research. New research is getting done every single time. Physicians are relying upon this research. And then you have holistic practitioners, alternative practitioners who are saying something different, and it's like, they're so confusing. Like, who do I listen to? Who do I believe, right? And so here, at least in the Western culture, we are trained to rely upon research. Research, again, just very quick, I am a trained biochemist, so I've done the research. I've done research before, and so I completely love research. I believe in research, but I also know the truth. The truth is research can be manipulated. Research is accurate. The results of the research can be deceiving, right? Because it can be manipulated. But I've talked about that in previous podcasts. So today I'm just going to focus on the perfect solution for chronic conditions. So let's jump right in. So the perfect solution for chronic conditions. The first question you need to ask yourself, right, is not what research and really it's not who do you look for? Who do you ask? Which physician, which practitioner do you go to? That's not the first question. Right? Because that could, if you don't ask this first question, you could be led astray. Not that anybody's wrong, but you could be led astray to getting to someone who may not be the person who can give you the solution that you want. Okay, so not every practitioner can give you the exact. Not every practitioner can give you the exact solution that you want. So this is how to figure out, how do I find the perfect solution for me? First question you need to ask yourself, what solution are you looking for? This may seem like a simple and stupid question, but it is vital, because if you ask the wrong person, you're going to get the wrong result for you. It may be right for someone else, but it's wrong for you. Okay, so you have to ask the right question first in order to find the right person to ask more questions, right? So let me draw. You need to first ask the right question, and that will lead you to the right people to talk to, which will then give you the right treatment options for you. Again, these are all customized. What's good for you is not good for someone else, okay? So I'm not saying anybody is right or wrong. I'm talking about you, what's going to be right for you. So let's come back to here. The right question you should be asking is, what solution are you looking for? And I broke them down to two main categories, right? Category one is temporary solutions. So what solution are you looking for? Are you looking for something that's temporary, right? Or are you looking for something that's long lasting? And what does that mean? The results. Are you looking for results that are temporary? And are you looking for results that are long-lasting? Now, you may think, man, that's a stupid question. Everybody wants long-lasting results, right? Actually, no. I would say probably 90% of the world population does not want long-lasting results. Well, actually, maybe here in the Western culture. Well, let's do the 80-20 rule. 80% of the population here in the US do not want long-lasting results. And how can I make that statement? Because what do people reach for? Medications and surgery. Those are all temporary results. They're not long-lasting results. For chronic conditions, I'm not talking about if you get in a car accident, if you get shot, if you cut yourself. I'm not talking about emergency situations. That's why today's discussion is about chronic conditions, metabolic disorders, diabetes, high cholesterol, hypertension, neurodegenerative disorders, Alzheimer's, right? Essential tremors, neuropathy, chronic neurodegenerative disorders. These are the conditions I'm talking about. So let's just make sure we understand we're on the same page. So going back to 80% of the population here in the US want temporary results. Why? And this will make sense as I go through the more details of that. But 80% of the US wants temporary results. So that's what I'm saying. It's not 80% of population, 20% population. Are there people that do both? Yeah, absolutely, right? But regardless if you do both, but you're more, I would say, you're more leaning towards one side. That's where I'm getting the 80-20 rule. Okay, 80-20 rule is the Pareto principle. So what solution are you looking for? Are you looking for temporary results or long-lasting results? Temporary, let's go down through what's the difference? Temporary results are typically complex. They're complex. The result is complex, right? And long-lasting results, not the results are complex. The treatment methods, the therapies, they're complex. For long-lasting results, the treatments, the therapies, the action steps you take are actually very simple. Let me give you an example. What is complex? Temporary results. So you have diabetes. Temporary results, you inject insulin. Why is that complex? Because a pharmaceutical company had to do the research. They had to do tests on rats, and then I don't know if they even do it on people. Let's say they do it on people. They do it on animals. They had to do through all these years, like 10 years of R&D, research and development. That is complex, right? But simple. What's a simple solution for diabetes, right? Regulate your diet, decrease foods, stop eating foods that cause insulin surges, right? That's just changing your diet. So how simple? Changing your diet. Complex, you have to wait for a pharmaceutical company to develop a medication like metformin, all these other medications for diabetics. You have to wait for someone to develop. It takes 10 years. That's complex. Remember, I'm a biochemist, right? Those research studies, right? Those tests that they do, they're complex. They're not simple, right? All right, next, easy. Well, make sure, delete. Results. So the solutions, if you want temporary, again, this is temporary. You want temporary, this color, that works. Okay, if you want temporary results, then the solution are easy. Why? Because it's a pill. Diabetes, when you go to your physician, you go to your endocrinologist, right? What do they give you? What's their solution? It's always a pill. It's a medication. So it's easy for you to take. All you have to do, you don't have to change anything. I remember when I first started practicing, and I'm an acupuncturist. When I first started practicing, I remember I had this patient that she was diabetic, and she A1C was probably above around 10 or 11, which is super high. She was injecting, I think it was after just 2 years, she was starting injecting 10 units of insulin. And so this is what her physician, her endocrinologist told her. Her endocrinologist told this patient that I personally treated, you know what? You don't need to change your diet. All you have to do is inject insulin. If you inject insulin, then you can eat whatever you want because the insulin will bring your blood sugar down and it will control it. You just need to inject insulin and take these medications. That's what an endocrinologist 10 years ago, I'm probably 15 years ago, told this patient. And every year she started off with 1 unit of insulin, right? And then by the second year, she was already 10 units of insulin, right? So it's easy. All she had to do was inject insulin to herself and take a pill. It's easy, right? So if you're looking for temporary, but here's the thing, why it is temporary, because when you inject insulin, it drops it only for that day. The next day, you got to do it again. Next day, you got to do it again. You got to take that pill for the rest of her life. She will have to, if she did not come to me, she would have to have injected insulin for the rest of her life and taken medication for her diabetes for the rest of her life. After she came to our clinic and she had been in great health, she is no longer diabetic. No pills, no injections, right? And that's the difficult part. Some of you may be asking, so she came to our clinic because she asked that question. She asked this question up here. What solution is she looking for? What solution am I looking for? She wanted a long-lasting result. long-lasting permanent solution, right? Long-lasting result. But the therapy, the treatments are difficult. Why are they difficult? Because she had to change her diet. She had to change her lifestyle. She had to change her stress management. She had to change her sleep pattern. It's difficult. Those are simple, but they're difficult, right? Because they require a lot of discipline. That's the reason why it's so difficult. Next thing, when you choose temporary results, clear up this. When you choose temporary results, you become dependent. And this is the reason you're dependent. Like this patient that I treated who has diabetes, if she did not come to our clinic, she would be dependent upon injections. And each year she would inject more and more and more insulin. And then she would have to inject 2 insulin, long acting, right? If she continued on that process, instead of taking 1 pill, metformin, she would have ended up taking 5 pills. Because I've treated patients who have been injecting 50 units of insulin, 50 units of insulin, and on 5 diabetes medications. You are dependent. You are a slave to the pharmaceutical company for the rest of your life. Yes, you get to eat whatever you want, but you are a slave to pharmaceutical companies. Right. And you actually are going to die sooner than later. This is what they don't tell you, right? Injecting yourself full of insulin, it increases your aging process. You get older faster. You get decrepit. You get weak faster. You get pain faster. You go to the grave faster. This is what they don't tell you, right? So that is the result when you say, hey, I want a temporary solution. I want something that's, easy for me to do. I don't need to change. I don't need to have any discipline. And I don't care if it doesn't last. If I can just take a pill, well, you're going to be dependent upon that someone else for the rest of your life, right? Now, again, I'm not saying this is right or wrong. So I want to apologize if I'm appearing that way. I'm not saying this is right or wrong. I'm just saying what you need to choose what solution you want. Now, if you choose a long-lasting solution, guess what? You're going to have independence. You will not be dependent upon other people, because when you choose a long-lasting solution, you're going to be able to restore your organ function. You're going to be able to restore your body's ability, your body's God-given ability to heal itself, right? Think about it. Most of us, we were born as babies. We did not require 5 to 10 medications to live, right? Most of us. I know there's some babies that have problems when they're born, but majority of the population, we were born healthy. We did not. The doctor didn't say in the hospital, "Oh, this kid, when you were born, you need to take these 10 medications just to stay alive." No, every baby that is born is a miracle. Why? Because God programmed our bodies, gave us something inside our body that allows us to self-heal. That when we get a cut, we get an infection, we can heal it. We have an immune system, right? All we have to do is restore that ability to heal, our body's ability to heal itself, right? Once you do that, you will be independent. You will not have to depend upon pharmaceutical companies, right? And last point, when you choose a short-term, temporary results, you're gonna get side effects. Just like the patient that I was talking about, and they didn't tell her about the side effects. The more insulin she injected, the more weight she gained. She gained 50 pounds in 2 years, right? And so they don't tell you about these side effects. And she had more joint pain. Her mental acuity, she couldn't think clear. She had brain fog. Her joints were hurting. She was gaining weight, more pain, more sluggishness. Yes, her blood sugar was controlled by the medication and the injections, but everything else in her life, her quality of life, severely decreased. Those are the side effects. Now, if you're okay with those side effects, then hey, more power to you. But let's say you're not okay with side effects, right? Then when you choose a long-lasting result, if you want long-lasting results, you won't get side effects. I like to say you get side benefits. Because as a result, for this diabetic patient that I'm using as an example, she came to our clinic, we helped her, we provided the tools, the education, the information to help her, right? to regain her body's ability to heal itself, but also at the same time teach her how to, eat, rest, right? And how to maintain her organ functions by herself. So what was the benefit of it? The side benefit. Well, number one, she came to us because her blood sugar was going out of control, even with medications and injections. So we helped her body heal itself so that she no longer was a diabetic. The side benefit she experienced: more energy, weight loss, mental acuity. She can think clearer, less pain, vibrant. Those are what I call side benefits. Now again, but those side benefits, right, require a lot of discipline. That's why it's difficult. So can you see now why I said up here 80% of population choose temporary results? Because if 80% of the population chose long-lasting results, the pharmaceutical companies would go bankrupt. They would not be showing gains, profit after year, right? Because that's the reason why I'm saying 80% of the population is temporary, right? But let's not go down that rabbit hole. So for you, what I want you to pay attention to is really, you got to make sure you ask, what solution are you looking for? That's the key thing, because that will either guide you down this pathway or this pathway, right? So if you're going down, if you're going to go down the temporary, delete some of this stuff. If you're going to go down temporary, let's say temporary results is what you want, then you can go to any physician, actually, because all physicians are trained to prescribe medication. That's what they learn in medical school, right? Actually, and I'm not knocking physician. I love physicians. My older sister is a physician. My brother-in-law is a physician. My best friends are physicians. My friends are physicians. I love physicians. This is not a knock, okay? But even if temporary, you can go to, like, I'm an acupuncturist. And I will tell you, not all acupuncturists are focused on long-lasting results. So you can, if you're only looking for temporary results, then you go to these physician, acupuncturists, chiropractors, even holistic practitioners. Just because they're holistic does not mean they provide long-lasting results. Practitioner, right? You go to these ones that provide temporary, and they're usually what's going to happen at these offices. I can tell you what's going to happen at these offices. Treatments are short-term. They're quick. Oh, you get 1 treatment, 2 treatments, 3 treatments, and then you're done. Your symptom goes away, then you're done. That's what's going to happen. But if you're wanting long-lasting results, guess what? You can move these over here. There are physicians who are focused on long-lasting results. They have humility and they realize medication is only temporary. We can use medication temporarily to normalize. So let's say in diabetes, the number one thing for diabetes is not to drop the blood sugar. If you want to reverse your diabetes, you pay attention to, take some notes here. If you want to reverse your diabetes, the first step is not to drop your blood sugar. That sounds counterintuitive, right? Again, if you drop your blood sugar, which is the temporary, that's the temporary. Temporary results is dropping your blood sugar. Drop sugar. Permanent results, long-lasting results, you decrease fluctuation. That's for diabetes. So you can see, depending on the solution that you want, the treatment will be different. The treatment for this is diabetes. This is a great example. Let me stay on this. So if you want to go you have diabetes, and you say, I just want temporary results. I'm okay with temporary results, okay? Then you go to your practitioner, and the first thing they're going to do is drop your blood sugar through medications. And they'll drop it really fast, or they'll give you insulin, inject it, and it's, right? But if you want long-lasting results, you may still get medication. But the focus is on decreasing fluctuation, not dropping your blood sugar. Okay, so you see the difference, right? So I won't go into too much detail that way. I'll do another podcast on reversing type 2 diabetes. But again, if you want long-lasting results, you go to a practitioner that focuses on long-lasting results. Now, their treatments will be longer. They'll be 6 months to 12 months. These will just be the short term, just 1 or 2 weeks, or maybe a month, and that's it. Those are short-term results, right? Temporary results. But if you want to fix your problem, you want to have long-lasting results and restore your organ function and restore your body's ability to heal itself, the treatments are going to take longer, right? So that's the difference. So again, these are guidelines that help you to determine if the practitioner you're working for right now, are they really focused on temporary results or long-lasting results, right? Temporary results, symptom-based. Oh, your symptoms gone? You're good. Long-lasting results, hey, can your body do this by itself? Can your body heal it by itself? Can your body manage your blood sugar without medications, without injections, without supplements, without acupuncture? See, just because I'm an acupuncturist doesn't mean, just because someone's an acupuncturist doesn't mean they focus on long-lasting results. In our clinic at Achieve Integrative Health, we focus on long-lasting results. Our definition is we're going to retrain your body so that your body starts to heal itself. Once your body starts to heal itself, then we start removing us. We do not want for you to be dependent on us. So if you're dependent upon your chiropractor, acupuncturist, hypnotherapist in order to survive, they're doing temporary results. They're not doing long-lasting results. And that's, so again, just want to clarify that so you understand. Because if you do treatments on, let's say you want long-lasting results, but you keep on doing treatments that are focused on temporary results, you're wasting your time, you're wasting your money, and you're actually wasting your health. So get clear. I'm going to end this with, get clear as to what solution you're looking for. That is the most important question you need to ask, and that will help you determine what provider to look for. All right, guys, if you haven't subscribed, make sure you hit the subscribe button for more of these restorative longevity tips and information. That's what this podcast is focused on. It's giving it to you real, unfiltered, not, I would say transparent. Probably the best word to say, transparent. So I'll see you at the next episode.